it's not just all about basketball. Yeah, so we want to teach them to be better individuals. So I guess you could say the stars align.
Let's talk about future aspirations for P95.
It's not just about me anymore, it's about like the next 10, 20 years. We actually are working with Under Armour next.
I'm at P95, one of the latest basketball academies in Singapore with their own facility. I love the place, when I first came in, I was just like, wow, super excited because it's my first time, being at a facility like this. So maybe Mitchell, you want to give us a background on who you are, where you came from, and how did basketball start for you?
Started really young. My dad taught me, just being an active kid, playing soccer, playing all kinds of sports downstairs. And for some reason, I was drawn to basketball and I just fell in love with the game from there. Started just throwing the ball at the hoop like 3-4 years old. When I took it seriously was probably in my primary school days. I got to Anglican High and I played 5 years there.
Oh, wow.
Won one championship, couple of finals, like national finals.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger watching one of Mitchell's game, and I swear in secondary school he was really like this size.
I don't think so.
But he was big, man. Big for
definitely bigger than
the
most average kids, but not this big.
Mitchell was definitely one of the elites on the court.
Not always. My brother was always better than me.
Oh, you had a brother?
Older brother, yeah. We played together in Anglican. So he was always the better brother,
right.
And I couldn't stand it.
And so that kept you going on.
Yeah, it was one of my biggest motivations, just to beat him.
Actually, talking about professionals, what would you say that professionals do that maybe the regular hooper don't do?
They understand what it means to be a professional. They don't just roll out the ball and play. They spend a lot of time taking care of their bodies, resting, recovering, working on their craft, always trying to stay ready. A lot of them, they're from a different background. This might be their only way to survive. I think that the mindset is completely different. Like in Singapore, if you don't make it playing basketball, you have another job you can just go to. You gotta have the same mentality.
Okay, that's really interesting because I'm not sure whether you guys have watched it yet, but before this video, I actually interviewed a Japanese pro player. So go and catch that video if you haven't caught that yet. Maybe now we're here at P95. Tell me, what is P95?
The idea and concept behind P95, the idea that 95% of the time you don't have the basketball, what we try to teach is how we can impact winning with more than just putting the ball in the hoop. Learn how to screen, learn how to be in the right place at the right time, positioning, learning how to move without the ball, cutting, learning how to create for your teammates. So not just your individual skills, but every other aspect of the game.
So okay, now that we know a bit more about the concept of P95, tell me more about the facility. What do we have here at P95?
So behind us, we have our training court. We do a lot of our player development, skill training. On the side, we also have a fully indoor track where we run our strength and conditioning programs for the kids. The other aspect of P95 that I hope to build in terms of sports in Singapore is the idea of building our athletes from young and their ability to move and play efficiently. A lot of the stuff that our kids do, especially when they're 12 and under, doesn't really include any weight at all. Most of the things that they do is just to build their fundamental structure for when they start to get older, they can start to add load like weights and everything to their training, and it'll be a seamless transition.
Maybe I want to talk something a bit more personal to you. Why did you start P95? What was it for you?
Out of the blue, one of my ex-teammates from Home United, he just asked if I was interested in coaching. I just said, depends what time, right? He has a few parents who have kids who just want to train. I mean, I work with kids all the time, so I just thought, yeah, sure, why not?
But this was before the whole facility was built.
No, this was like early 2024. It was actually like an NPO, like non-profit. We weren't charging any fees. We were just coming down there, training, just working with the kids.
Okay, so from where that was, how did it progress from there, evolve into what we have here?
Yeah, it just
kind of crazy, right?
It started really small. Like we had 10 to 12 kids. Back then they were like 11 and 12 year olds. So it just kept growing. Like every week people wanted to
jump in on this.
Yeah, they just wanted to join training. And then it just grew till we just couldn't have enough space to just fit everyone in one location at one timing a week. We have a great team. A lot of us have been playing at a very high level. And I think that we know what it takes to guide kids to, even if they're just starting out or they want to play at the highest level, we know what it takes to get them there.
Right.
I think that's a very important thing. We want to develop them both on the court, off the court, not just purely basketball, like just how to improve them as human beings.
Yeah, when you're a basketball coach, I do believe in the same thing. You're more than just teaching basketball. You're actually there as one of the first few people in their lives, teaching them life skills.
Teach them discipline, perseverance, resilience, a lot of life skills that can be translated to eventually when they go to school or to find a job. It's not just all about basketball. So we want to teach them to be better individuals. On and off the court.
When it comes to P95, having this building set up, did you face any issues?
I mean, I'm quite a risk taker, so I guess for some people the biggest challenge would be taking a risk. Back when Short Zone was first introduced, I was one of the co-founders actually. It was a huge risk as well, but I've taken it before, so I feel like this is similar in some ways and different in many. Challenges itself, I guess, finding a space that can, because Singapore is so small, finding the right space for a basketball court is a very difficult thing to do. I think finding the perfect location was our biggest challenge. I guess you could say the stars aligned and then we just decided to go for it.
How long did this place take to build?
About 2.5 months.
2.5 months?
2.5 months.
That's crazy fast, right?
Pretty quick,
Yeah. Okay, so maybe you talk about your coaching staff. Who are they?
So our main coaches would be myself, Coach Russell and Coach Jason, and Coach Slinger.
Are there any specific splits in terms of there's a defense guy, offense guy, or it's just like?
We created like a curriculum for our kids. Definitely when you get Coach Russell, we have specific classes for him, like big man classes where we work in the post, right, where he specializes in learning how to dominate inside the paint, footwork, positioning, how to use your size, how to build touch around the rim. Most of my stuff that I do, myself and Coach Jason, will be guard play, like decision making, how to be a playmaking and scoring guard. So outside of the general curriculum, we also have something a little bit more niche for the kids.
Wow, that's a really extensive, all the way from guards to big men. They have it all here at P95.
Yes, definitely here.
Yeah. Is there do you have a favorite spot in this area?
The court.
The court's your favorite spot?
I've stopped hanging out in the gym already. I spent 15 years there, so I'm here now most of the time.
Let's talk about future aspirations for P95. What do you have in the next 5 years? What do you hope to see it become?
Future aspiration, I hope we can be successful in re-educating the parents on the strength and conditioning aspect, building just the overall concept of starting young and building our athletes from a younger age. Like just change the whole concept of how we should develop our youth. It's not just about me anymore, it's about like the next 10, 20 years. We actually are working with Under Armour next, where we're starting a collaboration to do physical testing on a global scale. We're launching it regionally, so we are the official partners for that. It's a test program that allows our athletes to track. They still got to put in the work, but what this testing unit does, it creates a data point for them to compare themselves with like Singapore or China or US. They already have it in all these other places.
Oh, so it's like a benchmark that they can kind of see where they stand against the rest.
So now we have something that's tangible for them to measure against.
Right. So it involves like agility, jumping, so like, it's a force plate and stuff.
20-meter sprint, lane agility drill, like how much force you can produce on your quad, or like some.
Oh, like this thing.
Like a CMJ, which is like a counter movement jump. All these things are measurable with the equipment that we have.
Right. Any words to the youth of Singapore? People that are watching, interested to join P95. What do you have to say to them? What kind of advice do you have for these hoopers?
Never underestimate the importance of having a great work ethic. Understand that perseverance and resilience are just as important for you to overcome obstacles. Never give up. You might be hitting a wall, but you might be just one step away from your breakthrough. So just because things get tough, don't quit. You put in the work, one day you will reap your reward, and don't cheat yourself. I think that's a very important thing.
Yeah.
Don't cheat yourself.
Remember to touch the line, guys. Don't cheat yourself.
Yeah, don't cheat yourself.
All right, thanks so much, Mitchell. Thanks for the interview.
Hey, thanks, man.
I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
So for everybody who's watching, if you enjoyed this video, do remember to subscribe. Remember to share this with all your friends who are hoopers. And if you want to join P95, I'll leave the link to their website in the description box down below. Alright, so thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.